Yes, ready? Start. Sir, we must bear in mind the economic viability of small plantations of 5 hectares and the financial capacity of the small planters to fulfill the obligations cast on them to provide housing and cash facilities. Those small planters, in some cases, are unable to provide themselves with houses and medical care as good as those intended for their workers in the bill. I am sure that good many small holdings will go into liquidation, unable to bear the burden when the prices fall, as in the case of tea today. I would emphatically say that clause 13 is not only draconian but discriminatory, and it is most harsh and killing to the farming community of India, whose hands feed and clothe the people, poor and rich. Sir, I strongly feel that the punishment, with both compulsory fine and imprisonment, is too severe for violation of a welfare legislation covered by the Act for economic reasons and financial incapacity. The debt-ridden employer, particularly a smallholder, may be unable to discharge the obligations such as providing type, design, houses, creches, medical facilities, etc. In such cases, there is no point in standing the landholder to jail and collecting a fine from him for every day of default. The relevant provisions in the bill are made more stringent than the Factories Act, under which, in the case of a further offence, the court is given the discretion to punish the defaulting employers. But in the proposed amendment, the word used is shall instead of may, which makes it mandatory on the court to impose imprisonment as well as fine. These provisions are too harsh and discriminatory, particularly in view of the fact that the bill seeks to bring in farms of 5 hectares, which are in the nature of peasant holdings, under the scope of the Act. Sir, I would like to ask government of the people, for the people, and by the people, in the name of the farmers of India, why it wants to treat a farmers farmer as a criminal and to be imprisoned for such an offense, while it does not do so for a factory owner of a city. By making this comparison, I do not mean that a provision should be made in the relevant Factories Act to make the sentence of imprisonment compulsory for similar offences. Let me make it clear that I am not speaking against the interests of the workers in the plantations. I am only speaking against the stringent and invidious measures which have been provided in the bill, affecting the rural employers, and the invidious laws enacted